the numbers today are better than forecast. I think Britain is holding its nerve. We're sticking with our economic plan. The economy is on the mend, but we've still got a long way to go as we move from rescue to recovery. And I know that for families, times are still tough, things are still difficult, and that's why I'm absolutely determined to go on building an economy that works for everyone.
You took no blame for the tardiness of the recovery. Presumably you're taking no credit for these relatively good figures.
Well, people should take the credit are businesses and hard-working families who have come through this period, and we're starting to see the results. As I say, Britain has held its nerve during this incredibly difficult period. And let's remember, we also had confirmation today of where we came from as an economy just 4 or 5 years ago. The numbers today confirm that we had one of the deepest recessions in our history, one of the deepest recessions in the world. But Britain is now on the mend, and yes, of course, there's still a long way to go.
As you say, I mean, the economy is still 3.3% smaller than it was at the height before the recession started. You're not worried that this recovery, the 0.6 we've seen in the last quarter, could peter out? What are you going to do, basically, to stop it petering out, as it's done before?
Well, we've got to secure the recovery. We might be out of intensive care, but we've absolutely got to secure the recovery, or else Britain will be back in intensive care. And that means sticking with our plan to deal with the public finances, get that deficit down so Britain lives within its means. It means doing more to make this a competitive economy where businesses grow. We're not putting all our bets on the City of London, 100 miles or so to the south of where we are today. That we are helping those who don't have the skills to participate in the global race get those skills, and that's what our education reforms are going to do. Everything the government is doing is focused on making sure we have an economy that's working for everyone.
I'm just thinking, Chancellor, about the spending power in the economy. I mean, you will know that the spending power of the average family has fallen by something like £1,300 since you came to office. I mean, you got on a forklift truck here last night. Do you know how much that person on night shift earns?
Well, I suspect it depends on how much overtime and the like they do, but of course it won't be on a huge salary. I'm absolutely clear that we've got to help those people. That's why we're taking lower paid people out of tax. That's why we're increasing the personal allowance. Everyone's tax-free allowance is greater. That's why we're freezing people's council tax and the like. So everything I can do to help the people working here on the night shift and the day shift, it's all about helping those hard-working families.
I understand that. I mean, it's about £9 an hour. It's maybe 18 grand. Yeah. So, that person will have seen the real spending power of their wages fall with you in office. I'm just trying to get from you what you think the role of wages and consumption is in this recovery. Should they be growing at this stage?
Well, first of all, the people here, like the people across the country, have been hard hit by the recession, the very, very sharp fall in our economy that happened just before I came to office. Of course, this government has had to pick up the pieces, take some difficult decisions, but I would say everything we've done has been trying to help the people working hard and wanting to get on in life, helping those families who, of course, have had a difficult time because of what went wrong in our economy. And that's why we've got all these things we're doing, like helping that forklift truck driver you mentioned with the personal allowance, the tax-free allowance, the council tax, the fuel duty, all those things we can do to help, and above all, helping him or her stay in their job by helping businesses like this succeed and compete in the world.